Welcome back to the channel of Pro Enzo Vidz, and this is the Ankle Breaker Podcast, episode 40. So, 40 episodes in, that's an incredible achievement for the podcast. Actually, just want to say as well, it was actually last week. It was 1 year ago since I started the podcast. So, I forgot to mention that. But, yeah, here we go. 1 year later, we're already 40 episodes in, and should be a good one this afternoon. And just want to say I'm joined by a special guest this afternoon, Ben from the ManlySeaEaglesFanatic1993. That's his YouTube name there. And look, obviously, it's someone that I wanted to have on the channel for a while now, since he's a passionate Manly fan like myself. And Ben, thanks for coming on. And how you been?
That's all right. Yeah, I've been good.
Yeah. Now, look, obviously, Rugby League Round Up's not here. I was hoping Billy would be here since it's your first time here, but yeah, he's sick and hopefully he's feeling better. But yeah, no, look, Ben, it's good to have you on, and obviously we've got some good topics to go through this afternoon, so it should be a good episode ahead. I'd just like to also do something, because this has been a pretty big thing that's happened the past week, and it's very sad. So before we sort of just dive into the whole podcast and everything like that, I just want to talk about Paul Green quickly, just about his death on Thursday and how that's a tragic thing that happened, and it's so very sad as well. Yeah, it's awful news, because this is terrible, because suicide's a big thing today in society, and seeing what happened to Paul Green it's not on. And obviously there's a lot of ways to get help out there. You're not by yourself, and just want to spread that message out, because mental health's a big thing, and we all got to look after each other when you're down. So look, one thing I remember about Paul Green is that I think he was a great coach and a great player, and his legacy will live on. Would you agree on that, Ben?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So look, it's very sad, and I hope that his family's going all right. But now, just going to go through some of the comments here. So we've got a couple of people actually tuning in, so it's great to see a big audience this afternoon. So yeah, look, seeing who's here, looks like we've got Cody Games PlayStation here. How's it going, Cody? Hello. Got Prupi Akawasi here as well, another loyal fan of the channel. SS Storm fan, how's it going? I got Luke Melbourne Storm fans, so the two Storm fans here, always active on the channel as well. Got a Roosters fan, Jason Reader. Good win for your boys on Saturday, Jason. And we've got Warriors NRL Fanatics, who also was a loyal fan of the channel. And well done to your Warriors on Friday. And we've got a lot of people. We've got CJ here as well. So it's a good crowd building up. And also Mr. Lachlan, can't forget Mr. Lachlan, another passionate fan of the channel. So yeah, look, we've got a good crowd building. We've got currently 12 people watching the stream as we speak inside 3 minutes. So very good, very good. But Ben, I think it's time to get into the podcast. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. So topic number 1. We always start this topic because this is how we sort of kick off the show. It is our review for the round it was. So obviously round 22, was a pretty interesting round, because a lot of things happened, and obviously a lot of results were very surprising, but some were expected. And I've got to say, it wasn't a bad round. Like, I really thought that some of the games were good quality and all that. But yeah, what did you think of the round, Ben? Other than Manly's terrible loss to the Titans, what did you think of the round?
Talk about that, hey?
Yeah, no, we better not. But what did you think about the round?
Yeah, it was good. I thought that the Broncos and Knights was a bit boring to start, but it did get good.
Yeah. That was a good game. I mean, Broncos were a bit sloppy, and they did come away good in the end. What about the game on Friday, seeing South beat Para 26-0? That was a shock.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought Para were going to continue on from the week before, but as we know, they're up and down.
Yeah. Oh, they're very up and down, are they, Para? Like, even though I hate them so much, it's obviously a bit concerning for their fans to see the way they're playing, because they're supposed to be in premiership contention by now, but they're still just that side that you can't trust quite yet. So, look, I agree. It was an all right round, nothing special, but I obviously can't comment on Sunday too much with Manly. That was just terrible. That was shocking. That was awful. If you watched my review on the Manly Titans game, you would see how angry I was and I guess furious I was. Yeah. So look, obviously had to let it the rant somewhere, and I did it on the video. So hopefully better days are coming.
Oh yeah.
All right. Looking at just gonna go through some comments here. CJ says it was an average round of footy again, but Bunnies had a good win, so I'm happy. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a big win for Souths heading to finals. Obviously, they needed a win like that to sort of give them confidence, and obviously when you got guys like Latrell, Cody, all firing, then yeah, they're going to be really hard to beat. Fanatics in the chat says, besides my Warriors winning, I thought it was an okay round, but nothing great as there were a lot of 13-plus margins. Yeah, well, for 13-plus margins, this on Saturday, it was all 13-plus results. I mean, I thought Roosters Cowboys would be 1-12, and it should have been, but Roosters just blew the game out there. And obviously, bloody Sharks smashed Tigers, and obviously the game where it was Broncos Knights. That was going to be 1-12 as well, but Broncos was too good. But I guess we can both agree on just an average round, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to one of the main topics now. So topic number 2. Cameron Serrato has officially signed a 5-year deal with the Bulldogs as their head coach from 2023 until 2027. So obviously a 5-year deal. Look, obviously he's been going great as an assistant for the Panthers for the past couple of years, and I think he wanted to be a head coach as well. I know he just re-signed with Penrith, but there was a clause in his contract that whenever a head coaching role would come available, he'd take it. So I guess you can't blame Serrato right there. But yeah, look, what do you, mate? What do you think about the appointment of Serrato to the Dogs? Do you think it will be good for the club going forward, or do you think that 5 years is too much and it's risky?
I think it's good, but I would probably just look at like how Barrett went as well. Like he was signed as head coach, but he was a flop. But
Look, Barrett's Barrett was obviously touted as someone like a really special head coach, and we both obviously know this pretty well about Barrett, obviously because he was supposed to be something really good, but he failed at Manly badly, and he doesn't have it as a head coach. But look, I guess the only difference with Serrato and him is that Serrato at Penrith has done good things with the Holland Cup side. Obviously in 2015 won the premiership with the Holland Cup side there. I think he controls the Panthers' defense, so I think that he would probably help the Dogs' defense in that way as well. But again, Barrett was controlling Penrith's attack in 2020, and that didn't result any good for the Dogs the next year. So it's risky. It's risky, but like from the 5 years he's there at the Dogs, do you think he'll take the Bulldogs to the top 8, like in his 5 years at the club at all?
Possibly. Like I think he'll start out below the 8, and then I see him taking them into the 8, but I don't see him taking them to the top 4. Time will tell, though. I think.
Yeah, I think that they're a bit far away from the top 4 still. Like they'll be there again one day, but I think top 8's the main aim right now, in my opinion. But yeah, look, as for what I think, I definitely would have kept Potter somewhere. I think Mick Potter's been really hard done by, in my opinion. I think that he's really changed. He's really changed the team. What was that, Ben?
I think he's been doing good with them.
Yeah, definitely. Like he's changed their attack, and he's doing a lot more compared to what Barrett ever did. So, Mick Potter has to stay at the club somewhere, and I hope they find a way to keep him. But again, he's a bit too good to be an assistant coach, in my opinion. I think he's a head coach by what I think. Look, I agree. I think it's a bit risky, the 5-year deal, but they obviously want extra security for the future ahead. So, look, hopefully he does well. Obviously, he's expected to carry that club and take them to success. So, we'll see what Serrano does at the dog side, but it'll be very interesting. So, yeah, I like it. It's a good appointment, in my opinion. CJ says, very risky signing him on a 5-year deal. Could either work out or quite badly for the Dogs. Yeah, not totally, because perfect example, Anthony Seabolt, the Broncos, he signed like a 4 or something 5-year deal at the Broncos.
Yeah, and
what happened?
He was a flop.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And he only got like 2 years or 3 years of that contract as well. So that's a good example there. Fanatic says risky to put him on a 5-year deal with being inexperienced. Yeah, no, I agree on that too.
Yeah.
And another one here from Fanatics, he says he needs to be given time, unlike the past coaches that have been at the Dogs. Well, no, I agree. I agree on that too. I mean, that's probably why they're signing on a 5-year deal. To be honest, is because of that reason.
Yeah.
So, give him more time. But again, I think it's a good appointment.
Yeah.
All right. On to topic number 3. Now, topic number 3 is interesting because this hasn't been confirmed. Like, this is not an actual sort of thing that's happened. It's not official anyway. But there is talk that Cameron Munster is set to join the Dolphins on a $6 million deal from 2024 and onwards. And I'm pretty shocked because I thought he was staying at Melbourne.
Yeah.
He might still stay because that was just rumors about him going to the Dolphins and all that. But it could be a real thing. And I mean, like if they're offering him a $6 million deal, he'll be higher. He'll be higher paid than Cherry Evans and Munster. Cherry Evans and Ben Hunt. So he'll be the highest player paid in the NRL, and no, rightfully so, because he's a great player. I think he deserves to be up there as one of the highest paid players in the comp. But yeah, look, mate, if it was to happen, do you think that $6 million is the right price for Munster? And do you think that he will end up going to the Dolphins in the end?
We'll probably just have to wait and see. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
It would be good for the Dolphins because they're a new club, but then it'll I feel like they'll be low on buying new players and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, exactly, because $6 million going to take up most of your cap, obviously. So, that's risky. That's pretty risky as well. But but you know, the Dolphins have always failed to sign a marquee sort of signing. So I think Munster's the right sort of guy they should sign. But it was for $6 million. That's a bit too much. I mean,
I feel like that's way too much, and
well, I just don't think that any player should be signed on a $6 million contract. In my opinion, that's just a bit too much. And then I think he's overpaid. But they could change that before he signs there. But who knows? Look, I think it's a massive signing, but he needs to get the right price. Like, what would you say Munster's right price for him would be? Like, what would you give him personally?
Maybe like 50,000 or something. I don't know.
So 5,000 it is. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I'd give him 600K, or actually no, from 600K to maybe 1 million. I'd give him, because he's a $1 million player for sure. But 6 million, I don't think so. I don't think any player deserves 6 million.
I don't think so either. It's way too much. It takes up all the cap and everything.
Yeah, and it will prevent from signing a bit more players. Cameron Munster would be a massive signing for the Dolphins. Warriors NRL Fanatic says, I agree. And SS Storm fan says, if we release Munster from 2024 onwards, who will be our 5'8"? Yeah, that's a tough one, because I mean, that's still like what 2 years away. So it's hard to tell what could happen in 2 years. But all I'd say is you have got that guy called Jonah Pezzett. Hasn't made his debut yet, but I've heard good things about him. So maybe he'd be the future there. Jonah Pezzett. I've heard good things about him. But again, we'll have to wait and see. All right, moving on to topic number 4 now. So topic number 4 is a very interesting one because it kind of features one of the most informed players and probably the rookie of the year, in my opinion, for 2022, and that is Jeremiah Nanai. And Jeremiah Nanai is a player that I didn't expect the year he's having so far right now. Like, obviously, he's playing amazing football, and it's football that's so rare for a 19-year-old to play. Like it's still hard to believe that last year Jeremiah Nanai was in high school, like last year, and he's already played Origin. He's already played for Australia. Like, he's already, making himself one of the best back rows of the game. So like for him to achieve what he already has is very big. And look, it's actually this is even bigger. Like, he's on the open market. Like, from November 1st, any player who's off contract for 2023, I guess, will be available on November 1st, and that goes to Nanai. And look, we're just going to talk about whether he'll stay at the Cowboys or do you reckon he'll go somewhere else? Ben, will Nanai stay at the Cowboys? And if he doesn't, what club do you think would need someone like Nanai?
I think he'd stay at the Cowboys. Like, they're the team that have given him the go in the NRL.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I agree.
I would want to stay loyal to the team that has given me a shot.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But like, if he was to go, for example, like, what club would you think he'd sign with? I reckon like a club like who needs back rows. Maybe a club like Tigers could use him. I don't know. Who would you think?
Maybe Tigers or probably Tigers.
Well, at this point, no offense, any Tigers fans watching, but Tigers need everyone at this point.
Yeah, they do.
That club's in the shithole at the moment, so far out. They need a lot of things happening. But look, I think he'll stay at Cowboys. I really think he will. They, like you said, they obviously gave him his debut, giving him a go in first grade, and he'll only get better from here. He's already played Origin at 19. He's already played for Australia. Oh, not well. Okay, let me rephrase that. He is talked about playing for Australia, and he's already up there as one of the best back rows in the game. So, and that's for a 19-year-old. So it's incredible what he could have achieved at 30 years old or when he was a bit older. So he's got a big future tonight, and I think the Cowboys must do everything they're right to keep him. And if they don't, then Cowboys fans will rage. They will rage if Nanai was to leave, because that's one of the best young players they've got coming up, and if they lose him, that's awful. That would be absolutely awful if they lost him. But I think we both can agree he'll stay, right?
Yeah, I think he'll stay.
Yeah, I agree.
But who knows these days? Who knows these days? Because these days it's all about money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like, contracts don't mean anything, do they? Like, contracts mean nothing these days. So yeah. I guess we'll wait till November 1st and watch interest in what happens there. Cody says here, Nanai has been an awesome player, well deserved for Rookie of the Year, and he will stay at the Cowboys for sure. Well said, and I agree on that too.
Yeah.
CJ says Nanai to Tigers would be massive as. Yeah, it would. It would. They would definitely benefit from someone like him going there. And I just want to say hello to Jacko here in the chat as well. Good to see Jacko here. He says dogs for Nanai. That wouldn't be bad, I suppose. But again, they've got heaps of back rows of dogs. But again, they have a free salary cap too, so they can sign whoever they want at this point. Honestly. But look, it's an interesting thing with Nanai, but I think he'll stay. All right, Ben, we're going to get on to our main topic now. So we're going to talk about Manly, and we're going to talk about the future of our head coach, Des Hasler. Now, we both obviously watched the game yesterday against the Titans. We both watched it, and it was painful because we can play a lot better footy than that. We can obviously stand up and
especially against the team that's a wooden spoon.
Exactly right. I mean, like we let them put 44 points on us. Like, are you serious?
Yeah,
the Titans, 44 points on us. Like that is not good enough. And I'm fuming. I'm fuming. And like just in general, this season's been a pretty bad season. Like obviously, we don't put it all down to your head coach, but I think in some way you got to blame it on Dennis, in my opinion, because I think he's not adapting well to the modern game. And I think he's stuck in the past a little bit. That might sound a bit harsh, but I just think that we might need a change of voice. Ben, what do you think? Do you think Hasler needs to move
on? Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Like, I feel like he's stuck coaching in the late 2000s, and I just think I think he'd be good, like, to give advice to coaches, but I just think he's stuck in the late 2000s, and like when
I agree,
he coached the Dogs.
Yeah. Oh, look, I just don't think his methods work. I agree with the Dogs part, because when he was at Dogs, obviously he took them to like success and took them to a lot of great things, but towards the end, really, it was where he sort of faded off and the team wasn't playing well. So I agree. I just think that he's too stuck in 2011, and I don't think he's adapted to the new rules well, because I think today it's a young player's game, and you got to invest your time, and you got to give them opportunities. Obviously, the big thing we know of Desi is he sticks loyal to his players, and he always is giving them confidence, and he always wants to stick with those players. But again, I just think that his time's running up, and I think we need a new voice in the team. And no offense, but I can't see Manly winning a comp with Des. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do.
I just don't think he's the coach going forward. What about Manly season, mate? I just want to ask you about the Manly season as well. We're going to miss finals again, obviously. We're going to come about 9th, 10th, or even 11th at this point. And, we couldn't back up from what happened last year and making top 4 and everything. So it feels like every year, every odd year, we make the finals, but every even year we miss it. Like it's a pattern. It's a pattern since 2016, pretty much. But look, just want to ask you the question of, do you think Manly will improve at all next year? Like, do you think with not having many signings? I mean, Tulungi's only signed from the Tigers, but that's only one signing, and I don't think that's going to change much. But do you see Manly improving at all in 2023?
I think it depends on if we're healthy or not.
Yeah. I agree. And like Tom needs to be healthy, so you're right in saying that too. Like we need Tom to be healthy. Yeah. We need, I guess, DC to play well. We need Schuster to get a full preseason. And I think if that happens, we might be, ready to go and obviously play well. So it's tough to tell where Manly will be next year, but I'm confident that they will change a couple of things, and I bet they better change a couple of things, because I think they need to do that, because not going well at all. Also, I just want to ask you as well, what do you think about the CEO, the new one, Tony Mestrov? What do you think of him so far?
I think I like him.
Yeah, he speaks pretty well, doesn't he? Like I saw his interview when him and Daz were talking about Finu and how he was guilty and all that, and he handled it pretty well. So I'm pretty impressed with Mestrov. So hopefully he brings some success to the club.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. What was Jacko he say? Jacko he says he's had his day, but who would replace him is the big question. Don't say Tuvi. I don't think Tuvi will come back, because it depends. When Tui left Manly, I think he had a fractured relationship with Scott Penn and the Pens. So
Yeah.
I can't see that happening.
Yeah.
Rugby League Round Up in the chat, the co-host who's not out today, unfortunately, he says, "Hey bro, Des might be going. By the way, my play of the week is mine." Well, thanks for telling me, Billy. Appreciate that. Hopefully you're back next week, bro. And Luke Melbourne Storm fan says, "Oh yes, as a Storm fan, I'm very happy that Melbourne Storm beat my Panthers, or beat the
Yes,
Panthers."
that was surprising. I thought Panthers could have been a bit better, but yeah, they were missing Cleary and was Luai still out?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, CJ in the comments says that he tipped Manly to win the comp originally this year too. See, man, look, I had Manly in the grand final this year, and look what happened. So they've been disappointing me, honestly. For us, says Manly definitely can improve in 2023, but it's all after Turbo once again. Unfortunately, yeah, it's true. We center our team and we center our attack on Turbo way too much. So unless we maybe fix our team a little bit, like in the spine, I guess, maybe we have to rely on him too much. But we have been better. We have been a bit better without him, but obviously, need to clear up a bit of things still. And just one more I'm going to get through here. Don't give up on Manly. Tom will need to be 100% healthy. Yeah, well, like I said, everything hinges on Tom, and we need to be healthy. Oh, no, you go.
I'm liking Ruben in fullback. I think also when I've seen Tom play centre, like in State of Origin, he's been good at centre.
Yeah, he was good at Origin at centre, but I just think that he's always been a fullback for Manly, and I'm not too keen on the idea, but I can see what people are saying because of his hamstrings and everything like that. So I can see what people mean by that, but we can just be our fullback next year, that's for sure. And look, Ben, this brings us to the last topic of the show. So obviously, we go through our team of the week now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't pick a team, right?
Yeah. Well,
no,
I thought about it and I picked an eights. I picked a halves.
Yeah, halves. So halves of the week, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Sam Walker and Nico Hines.
Sam Walker and Nico Hines. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that them two were very good this weekend, and they deserve to be in a good team like that for the week somewhere. Was Nico Hines your play of the weekend, or who was it? Let me just get my team up. So it was Nico Hines, wasn't it? Or
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for that. Yeah. No, I agree. Nico Hines had a great week, and I definitely think he deserves a lot of praise for how he's been going.
Yeah.
So, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, everyone. I'll go through my team of the week and my play of the round. So, my play of the round. Let's see. I had James Tedesco as my player of the round. I thought Tedesco was excellent. Obviously, in his 200th game, really stood up and steered the Roosters to a victory. So, look, I think he deserves a lot of credit for the way he played, and he's definitely my player of the week. I just think that when Teddy has a big moment and like a big sort of thing coming up, he always usually stands up, and he did that on Sunday. So, good on him there. But as for my team of the week, let's just get it up here. Sorry, everyone. All right, my team of the week. So at fullback, I have James Tedesco as well. My wingers are Joseph Sawali and Corey Oates. My centers are Justin Olam and it's just half writing there. Joseph Manu, that's what I was supposed to say. My halves are Amon and Johnson. Props and Nelson of Sofa Solomon and Jeremy Hargreaves, as well as my hooker being Sam Verrills. And my back rowers are David Fafita and Keon Kalamatangi. And my lock is Cameron Murray. And my bench is Munster, McInnes, Brandon Smith, and Fanua Blake. So, right there, everyone, that's my 10 of the week for round 22. And it looks like that pretty much concludes the Ankle Breaker podcast episode number 40. So, just like to say again, apologies about Rugby League Round Up this afternoon, but it was good to have you on, Ben, and thank you for being a special guest.
Thanks for having me.
No worries at all. No worries at all. It was good to have you on, and hopefully I get you on for more videos in the future.
Yep, cool.
Yep. But look, that's episode 40 done and dusted. See you next week for episode 41, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go and subscribe to Ben's channel as well. He's linked. His channel is linked in the description down below. And if you want, Ben, shout out your Instagram, because I know you got Instagram as well. So tell the viewers what your Instagram is.
My Instagram, the Geslord3210.
The Geslord3210, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, for those people that are on Instagram, make sure to give him a follow as well. Passionate Manly fan, and obviously himself and obviously me would be hoping for better times for Manly. So again, thanks for watching, everyone. See you in the next one. Thank you.
Yep, cool. See ya.